Well, hello there YouTube, chilling with Twisted 420 here once again, and we are back with another mobile tech related video. That's right, people. Today we are taking a gander at 5 things I love about the Huawei Mate 20X. That's right, people. I've been using this thing quite a bit, had some time to experience it, and I gotta say, I got some good reports, but you guys know what that means. The next video is 5 things I hate about the Huawei Mate 20X. I gotta turn the sound off. Now, one thing you might be thinking, now, why are you doing this video? Here's the thing, I'm just now getting started into mobile tech reviewing, so I don't have a lot of devices. I only have a few phones, so I might as well try to get what I can out of each one, you know what I mean? Plus the Huawei phones, some of them are more underground, so you don't get a lot of the big time guys hopping on them, you know what I mean? Especially not the Mate 20X. But anyway, I just want to give you guys a little explanation. Now let's get ready to dig into it. And we're going to start with number 5. That's right, people. Performance. I gotta say, when it comes to performance, this thing has been outstanding. This Kirin 980 that they have in here, I'm not super familiar with the processor, but it is doing a great job. 6 gigs of RAM. This thing flies through everything. I mean, I've noticed no slowdown, which, you know, that's the way it is with new phones. Then after a while, you might notice some slowdown, so we still gotta wait and see. But as of right now, man, I can run any games, ultra settings, 60 frames per second. It's great to play PUBG on because you got all the extra screen real estate. Your fingers aren't blocking the screen. It's just a great media consumption device. And being that, the performance is excellent. That's right, number 4 is software. Now this might confuse some people. I know the generic thing to say is, oh, I love vanilla Android. I want the stock Android experience. But let me tell you something. Here's something interesting to know. Back in the day on like the Galaxy S3, S4, I was into rooting and ROMing my phones. And sometimes I would put the MIUI ROM on there. And that's what a lot of these Chinese phones are using. They're using an updated version called EMUI. And a reason I liked it back then is the same reason I like it today. It's pretty stable, it's smooth, but I love Huawei's theme store. Really, it's more about EMUI. I can never get that word right. But yeah, I love the theme store. You can go through and completely change everything from the dialer to your lock screen to the icons and everything, which you usually can do with a launcher, but this is baked right in. You don't need a launcher. It's part of MIUI. So I kind of dig it. I like some of the animated lock screens that they have. I think they look really cool, and there is a ton of free ones. And I mean a ton. The only ones you really need to pay for are like iPhone clone interfaces and things like that. But yeah, the software isn't too intrusive. It's running on 9.0, Android 9.0, and it's super smooth, and I can customize things. I gotta say I like it. So yes, software is one of the top 5 things I love about this phone. Okay, people, number 3, that's right. Speakers and headphone jack. For one, this thing has a headphone jack, which is a rarity in this day and age when it comes to mobile technology. Yes, you can play, and it comes with headphones. Plug them up, you're jamming and rocking out. Easy peasy. I like that. That's nice. It's convenient. You know what I mean? And the next best thing, the dual firing stereo speakers on this thing are amazing. Easily the loudest phone that I've heard with my own 2 earballs, okay? The thing is nice, and I'm gonna give you guys a couple of examples. We're gonna do some music, TV show, some dialogue, kind of give you a couple of ideas of what the sound is like on this thing.
41 seconds of logos. You know, if this Disney-Fox merger goes through, there's a good chance it's going to result in even longer opening logo sequences with even more logos per film, and that's gonna suck.
Check out the new setup. Check this out. I sold my pizza sauce recipe to that fuck guy with the weird accent.
Now I know that's not a perfect idea, but it can kind of give you an idea over your phone or if you're watching on TV and everything. Just trust me when I tell you, the thing is loud. Number 2 on our list is the camera, or shall I say cameras. There's 4 of them, for fuck's sake. These cameras, I'm so glad that they're not crap. These are, because I'm coming from a Pixel 2 XL, one of the best cameras on the market still to this day. I was a little bit worried, but I got to report back that these Leica branded cameras are doing a really good job. The 40 megapixel lens, it captures so much detail. You can crop way into stuff and still get plenty of detail. But what's really cool about all the cameras is, I got an example here. Standing in one spot, I have all these focal lengths. So I can start extra wide, zoom in a little bit more, 1 times, 5 times, up to 10 times. Now 5 times is all optical, 10 times is optical and digital, but it still did a pretty good job. I was pretty impressed. And I know people are curious about the front-facing camera. Now the front-facing camera does a good job. I'm not a big selfie taker per se, but I did test it out, and I can say it is not quite as good as the Pixel XL2, but it does a fairly decent job. These Chinese phones, they always try to dump in all this beauty stuff and extra modes, and they do all this processing, and it really makes the picture look bad. But if you turn everything off, the selfies don't look bad. But I can say the cameras have impressed me quite a bit, but I still plan on doing some more long-term research on it just to see if they're really, really good. But yeah, the camera's fantastic. All right, folks, and here we are. Last but definitely not least, this monster 7.2-inch display. Let me tell you, I was not prepared, and I've gotten used to it. Other phones seem small now, but this display is fantastic. And here's the thing, what scared me initially, and I'm sure scared a bunch of other people, was full HD, 1080p screen. Now coming from 1440p screens, 2K screens and everything, you know, we've become a bit spoiled. We don't want to see any pixels or anything. The PPI isn't the best, but I can say that this screen does a great job because of, and most importantly because of, HDR. In my opinion, that is the game changer right there. Honestly, I own a couple of 4K TVs. I'm an early 4K adopter. And really, the 4K side, I mean, that's cool. It wasn't the big jump that we saw from like DVD to Blu-ray. But the HDR makes the hugest difference in my opinion. And the fact that they included it here, oh man, anything that you pull up HDR on YouTube is gonna look amazing. It's super bright, colorful. HDR on Netflix works great, looks fantastic. If you can get any HDR sources you can get and put on this phone, you should do it because they look great. You basically got a 7.2-inch HDR tablet in your hand, and it makes movie watching, everything so much more enjoyable. The screen is definitely my top favorite thing about this device. Alright folks, and that does it. Those are my top 5 things I love about this guy. Make sure to stay tuned to the next video, top 5 things I hate about this guy, to see what are some of the not so great things about it. You know what I mean? I hope you guys enjoyed though. This is my second ever phone review. Feels good. I'm having fun doing them, and I hope you guys are having fun watching them. If you got any questions, any suggestions, or anything you want to hear or know or see about this Huawei Mate 20X, let me know in the comments section. And coming up pretty soon, I'm going to have another phone in the mail arriving. The ZTE Nubia X. That's right, the phone with the screen on the front and the back, and I'm gonna let you guys know about it. But for now, that's what I got for you people. I'll put a link in the description to the phone and all that good stuff. You guys stay sexy out there. I am out.